In the dusty town of Nsuka, where roosters crowed at dawn, and the scent of burning firewood filled the air, a girl named Adaoma grew up in a house where peace was a stranger.
Her father, Okoro, was a man with a thunderous voice and a temper that lit like dry grass in Harmattan. Each night their small compound shook with his shouting. "Chinelo, where is the money for food?"
Adaoma would freeze wherever she was, whether doing her homework or helping her mother slice ugu leaves in the kitchen. She knew what would follow.
"I used it to buy things for the children," her mother Chinelo would say softly. "And who told you to do that without asking me first? You think money grows on trees?" Then the shouting would intensify. Some nights it was just words. Other nights it was plates shattering, doors slamming, and silence thick with fear. Adaoma and her two younger brothers would huddle in one corner of the room, holding each other like life rafts in a storm. From a young age, Adaoma understood that money wasn't just paper. In their house, money was power. It was the difference between peace and war, between love and insult. She watched her mother shrink with every insult, every loud accusation. Her mother's laughter, once rich and melodic like the evening flute, had become rare, like dry season rain. One night, after a particularly bad outburst, Adaoma sat outside under the mango tree. The moon hung above her like a silent witness. She clenched her small fists and made a vow in her heart. "I will make my own money. I will never depend on any man, not even for salt. I will never be like Mama, never." Years passed. Adaoma's resolve grew with her. She devoured her books, always at the top of her class. While her mates chased boys and gossip, she chased scholarships and online opportunities, anything that promised independence. When her final results came out, she had A's in all her subjects. People whispered her name like it was a prayer. Adaoma became the pride of the town. She got a scholarship to study economics at the University of Lagos, and when she packed her small Ghana must-go bag to leave, her mother cried tears that tasted like both joy and regret. In Lagos, Adaoma blossomed. She started a small thrift business on Instagram. By her final year, she was already paying part of her rent with her business profits and sending little tokens back to her mother in Nsuka. The vow she made under the mango tree remained her guiding fire. Then came Kelechi. He was not the kind of man Adaoma thought she'd be drawn to. Loud, playful, a bit too carefree. He wore branded slippers and had that Igbo boy swagger that screamed, "I will spoil you." They met during NYSC in Calabar. He was the corper in charge of logistics, always cracking jokes and offering to buy suya for the whole camp. One evening he said, "Adaoma, come and eat this meat before someone else grabs it."
She rolled her eyes. "I'm not a beggar, I know, but I enjoy feeding a queen. Let a king serve his queen small." It was the first time someone had offered her something without attaching conditions. Over the next few months, Kelechi pursued her with the persistence of a dry season sun. Every time she said she didn't need anything from him, he'd smile and say, "I know you don't. But let me do it because I want to, not because you lack." She tested him. Oh, she did. She would offer to split bills, pay for dates, even fix things in his apartment. But Kelechi would laugh and say, "Relax, Madam Independence. I didn't come to this life to let my woman struggle beside me. I came to enjoy, and I want you to enjoy too." At first it unsettled her. She felt like she was betraying her vow, like she was becoming weak. But slowly, she began to understand. Kelechi didn't give to control. He gave because it made him happy to see her smile. They got married in a small ceremony filled with jollof, laughter, and relatives who danced as if the ground were made of music. Adaoma wore a dress she bought with her own money, and as she walked down the aisle, she saw her mother in the front row, smiling with a glow that healed old bruises. Life with Kelechi was not perfect, but it was kind. He never shouted. When money was tight, he told her. When he succeeded, he celebrated with her. And though he still insisted on spoiling her, he always said, "You're not mine because of what I have. You're mine because of who you are." One night, as they lay in bed, Kelechi handed her a bank alert. "This is for that business you've been dreaming about," he said. "But I didn't ask," she said, surprised. "You don't have to," he replied. "I want to be the wind behind your wings, not the chain on your ankles." Adaoma wept that night, not from sadness, but from the release of a burden she had carried since childhood. She remembered her vow. She had made her own money. She had never been desperate or dependent. But in Kelechi, she found that a man could give, not to diminish, but to uplift. She still ran her businesses, still paid her own way, still sent money to her mother every month. But now, she no longer feared that receiving help made her weak. Because real love, she realized, is not a prison. It's a partnership. And Adaoma, the girl who once made a vow under the mango tree, had found her freedom not just in money, but in love that honored her strength. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts about the story, and also subscribe for more.